What is up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Today, I want to share with you guys a special video of all the work I've done in a Minecraft server over the past 2 weeks and discuss what I built and discuss what I accomplished. So, let's get into it. The starting area was in this jungle that I built around, and this first tiny house is kind of where I started. I had like a little farm over there, um, but I'll show you what I expanded a little bit later. So I kind of filled this area with carpet later on, but this is my mine going all the way down, and I'm gonna bring you all the way down to where I actually built. And so as you can see, there's a staircase that goes all the way to the bottom. It didn't take me too long. Because there wasn't really much to mine. I mean, it's just a standard formation. I got this open area here with lots of dripstone, and then I noticed when I got down to here, I was like, "Oh crap! There's a warden I probably have to face, and a lot of stuff I have to cancel out." So I had a friend in the server who helped me. He canceled out all the warden stuff, so I just went around and lit up the entire like ancient city. I think it's what it's called, um, and just kind of explored a little bit. I still have more exploring to do in some sections, but mostly I took care of it. But yeah, this it's kind of ironic that when I built straight down, the first thing I saw was an ancient city that held like big, what do you call them? Yeah, those big beasts. And so, and then as you can see, there's bedrock down there, and that's basically the bottom. And so as we go back up, the other thing I did is I wanted to build a space for slimes. So what I did was build 10 chunks, and yes, as you can see, my city name is Valhalla. But I wanted to build 10 chunks because there's 1 in 10 chunks that one of these is a slime chunk. So slimes do spawn down here at some rate. I've only seen it once or twice, but it's really rare. So I kind of hollowed this out. I might expand it later on, but this is what I have done so far. And then the only thing I did is this tunnel leads to some more mines and stuff that I lit up. And then the next room I did get is I wanted to build some kind of lake here, but there wasn't really, I didn't really finish it. It was supposed to be filled in with water, and I was supposed to dig down. So that's a project I'll probably finish in the future, but it's not like a huge thing I need to finish. And then the other room I built was a nether room that it's kind of cool with lava, netherrack, and everything around it. So that's really cool to see. I always love this room. It takes a while to set up because I have to hollow out the netherrack, get the bricks or the nether fences, all the soul soil and everything. So, but it's so cool to look at this room. Especially, I love the when you put flames on soul sand. It kind of has this effect. It kind of reminds me of Tron in a little bit in those flames in the movie. And then I have a farming room. I set up a lot of farms, so I wanted to have this underground one. This room, I know it's empty, but this was my storage room. But I moved it. You can see there's some remnants of what it used to be in here, but it's now abandoned. So what I did next is this is kind of like my main room. This is the belle of my town, and then I kind of expanded from there. So what I did is I hauled out a lot of land over here. So I made some farm, sheep farm, pig farm, cow farm, even a regular farm with potatoes, carrots, and wheat, chickens. And what used to be, I used to have like mini farms here, like one there, one here, one here, one here. So I moved those down there. And then I also expanded a lot of room over there. I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet, but I do have a melon farm and I do have a pumpkin farm right here. So that's really, really cool. The other thing I did do is hollowed out this area. Ignore chat, by the way. I don't know what they're talking about. But I did hollow out this area. Basically, I kind of had to expand into the mountains to expand this per chunk. But yeah, I created a sugarcane farm. So basically, it cuts it off and then it falls down into the hoppers, which goes into this chest. So yeah, it's a pretty good farm. Hauled out this whole area. Pretty much, there's a lot of stone and dirt when I did this, and so yeah, I had to section out a lot. And the same goes off in the distance. This was actually kind of like near the end of my journey, as I sectioned out the background there, and then I built my own um, bee farm or honey farm with lots of bees around it. Has some trees. Found lots of hives elsewhere, and just used Silk Touch to bring them in, and then create these beehives myself on the ground. Then I have my own manual sugarcane farm right there. So what I did is there's lots of that's why I like the jungle biome. There's lots of wood I can carry and take from. So basically I got a lot of wood from the trees around the surrounding area and then built a mansion connected to my main first house. And so I built like a kind of big mansion with like two full floors of it with lots of rooms. So I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, there's my bee farm. It's really nice and big. And then I also have this beetroot farm. I don't really know why I built this, but I needed beetroots for some reason. But yeah. And then I sectioned out more land from here, there, and yeah. So basically, I have lots of land I can put stuff on. And so what I did, you'll see that I have these banners. I really like this design, kind of like this blue and white rectangle. Um, it just really looks really cool. So let's go inside and check out the mansion. Like I said, I had got a lot of blue carpet everywhere, from over there into here, and basically into every room. So right here we have the mapping room. Um, yeah, I'm not really great at maps, but I did what I could. It's kind of cool, the surrounding area. And then the next room I use this one quite a lot. And this is kind of like the smithing and armory and stuff like that, where I can smelt things. So basically, I just put a lot of wood in every single one of these and smelt it down. Again, ignore chat. There's a lot of chat going on, but just ignore it. But yeah, I use this to smelt down ores or create stone into the other stone or cobblestone into stone, etc., etc. So yeah, it's nice. And then the other one, it was the armor room. So I kind of have different armor stands here, and I can take what I want when I need to use. So I'm like, oh, I need a helmet. It has good stats here, so I'll just keep it there for now. But if I need armor, I'll go in here. Then I have my enchanting room with bookcases. I usually use this one a lot because I enchant a lot of stuff in the server. So I use that quite often. The next room is my trophy room, where I have a bunch of heads on iron blocks. And so I have basically the dragon egg here with the heads. Now I did defeat the dragon, so I did deserve the egg and everything in the server, so that's good. And then the next room I do use a lot is the alchemy room. It looks really cool with the blue mixed in with the water. But the nether wart's here. Basically a bunch of brewing stands and all my potions and brewing materials here, including a workstation there. And so yeah, and then I added glowstone underneath, but also on top. And then you can see that we do have custom paintings in the server. They do they look cool. So I'm glad that I can display those around my mansion. So let's go to the second floor. The second floor here basically consists of this kind of wide open area in the middle, and then you got my bedroom, my main bedroom here. And as you can see, I put blue glass tinted windows here. I think they do look really amazing, especially since they go with the blue floor. And if you can't tell already, yes, I do like blue. And then the next room is one for my banners. I have a bunch of stuff for my banners, and then a loom. And then I use this to craft. I put seeds in here, transforms that into bone meal here. So I don't have to keep pressing it. I can just feed it through the hopper, and it'll turn it into bone meal. So the next room is my storage room, where basically I keep storage of every single material that I have collected, including like mob drops, treasures, gravel, farming materials, stone, glass, etc., etc. So like I said, it used to be like down in that basement room there, but I moved everything up to here. And then the other room I do have is one full of my dogs. Yeah, they look cool. I think I went to far away. I think there was like an oak, something like 300 or 3,000 blocks that way or something like that. So I got wolves there, and my own dogs here in this room. I know I probably need to decorate it more, but it's a good room to keep them in. And then I got my own jukebox room where I can have a bunch of the discs I've collected and pop them in, in case I ever want to listen to some music and just chill out and relax. And that basically is all the rooms in my mansion. And then I haven't really added much on top. I use these trapdoors because sometimes the bees can fly up and go inside the base, so I decided to just shut it off. But yeah, I haven't really built much up here. But this is kind of like a cool lookout area just to see what I accomplished so far. So like I said, I basically hollowed out the entire mountain right there, and it looks really really cool with how much space I got. Because I got all of that I can still fill in. All of this I can fill in. I basically have this area up here that I can fill in, and then I have. Give me a second. Then I have all of that space I can fill in. So it's really really cool of how much space I can actually claim, and I've have a lot of space, but I really don't know what else to build since I built every single farm and basically every room that I needed. Now people are like, "Oh, build a kitchen or a bathroom," but I'm like, well, number one, that's not really useful and it's not really needed. So I mainly did rooms that it's really cool to look at and you kind of need them. So yeah, that's kind of my base and what I accomplish. I know it's really big and really simple, but that's kind of like what I accomplished so far. And my mansion looks really cool with the blue carpet, how big, much space it is. It's really, really cool just to see everything and what I accomplished in the server. So I really wanted to show you guys that. If you guys have any suggestions of anything I need to collect or any other rooms I should add, let me know, and I'll consider it. But the only thing I was continuing to finish and might consider doing is bringing up this nether room, basically copying this design and bringing up to the overworld here. So that way I can have a little bit more space. But I don't know how I'm going to execute that yet. But yeah, it's really cool of just how much I accomplished. This is a really great server that I'm playing on. And yeah, there's just lots of space to use. And I think, as you can see there, I have about 75 chunks claimed right there. And I think I can go up to like 120 or something like that. So I still have a lot of room I can expand, but for now, this is a really great ending point and what I can show you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really love logging onto the server and just viewing what I can do and what I can accomplish. Because the blue carpet really does bring out the brightness, and it's really cool in this mansion, especially with all the paintings and everything like that. And so it really brings out the liveliness of this mansion. and I think I did a really good job doing like the tinted windows, the blue, and just everything about it. So there's still some stuff I can still explore in this server, but basically I just did all the basic things. Um, so yeah, that's kind of like my video. If you guys enjoyed, um, let me know if you liked it or disliked it. If you have any comments, and with lots of love and respect, you guys, I'll see you guys next time, and peace out. Bye.